Hey everybody, I'm Eric, and today I watched Lost in London, directed, written, and starring Woody Harrelson in the most ambitious, bonkers, crazy, ambitious project. Did I say ambitious twice? I may have. That I've ever seen as far as film goes. That it was shot and broadcast in a single take by a single camera, and it wasn't like it wasn't just shot in a single take. It was put out there for 500 theaters at the same time as it was being shot. Ridiculous. Everything on paper says that this should not be technically possible, but they pulled it off. And especially with all the stuff that they did, there wasn't anything crazy like special effects or anything. I mean, the most impressive effect, and they talked about this in the Q&A, was blood out of one of the characters' noses. I don't want to spoil anything that happens. Somebody gets blood coming out of their nose. I don't. That doesn't really spoil it that much. Oh, there's another special effect with other body fluids. That there were a lot of funny moments. The film itself, I enjoyed. The technical aspect of it, I appreciated even more, and I think that added even more to the experience of it. Watching it on DVD or Blu-ray later on when it's eventually put out isn't going to be the same, and it I feel like it has to be seen in the mindset of this was insane to make. And yeah, if it was shot as a traditional film, it'd be higher quality. They'd be able to get more impressive shots, and as Woody mentions in the Q&A afterwards, like all kinds of iconic places in London that they couldn't do because they were confined to a certain radius of where all of the antennas for the video feed were posted and all that. So anyway, it's yeah, really impressive film, and I'm glad that somebody did it. And I think that maybe, at least for a while, nobody else is going to try, because this is like proof of concept of like, this is ridiculous and you shouldn't make a film like this. But yeah, shout out to Justin, who reminded me. He texted me in the afternoon. I'm actually filming this the next day, but he texted me the afternoon of the movie and asked if I was going to see it. I was like, oh yeah, is that that live film that's happening? I didn't even realize that it was today, so I would have totally missed it if he hadn't reminded me. So thanks for that. I'm glad that I went to see it, and uh, yeah, I am looking forward to the DVD and Blu-ray, because there's got to be all kinds of special features, and the commentary track. There better be a commentary track. If there isn't a commentary track or many commentary tracks, I'll be really disappointed, because there's got to be uh, all kinds of story. Like the rehearsal of this went crazy, but it went smoothly. From the camera operator, wow, amazing job. Like to keep the focus, like mentally and with the camera, for an hour and 40 minutes straight. And there's some running scenes, and having to get in and out of vehicles and in and out of buildings and all that. Crazy. And then the sound folks. I mean, everybody who's involved in this whole production, like it's unimaginable. I can like barely imagine like how crazy it was to pull this thing off. And I mean, the story was relatively simple. There wasn't things like cars blowing up and huge stunts and stuff like that, which would have made this absolutely impossible. So it was, for the most part, it felt like it was kept reined in to make it as technically possible. I mean, if they really wanted to do that, they would have just done it on a stage and just had, you know, just had the whole thing take place there. But they didn't do it that simply. They went all over the streets from place to place, in traveling in vehicles without cutting away ever. The camera leaves and shifts focus so that other things can happen a few times, but it doesn't. We don't cut away to anything. Um, so yeah, check it out when it's available in other mediums. I don't know if they'll show it again in theaters. It would be pretty cool to see it in theaters again. But as far as seeing it again, I'll be happy seeing it on home video, especially for hopefully all the special features that I'll have. So that's it. Lost in London, directed by Woody Harrelson. I also got Owen Wilson and Willie Nelson in there. Their names are on the poster anyway. Bunch of other great actors from London and around there that did a phenomenal job. The one police officer was great. He's probably my favorite character in the film, and it's also crazy that it's based on true stories. The opening tagline is way too much of this is true. He didn't disclose what isn't. One of the main things that he said in the Q&A is that it wasn't Owen Wilson who was there. It was actually Leonardo DiCaprio, which is, that would have been a very different film. Very different. Probably like darker. He's saying how he couldn't make it funny with Leonardo DiCaprio as he was writing it. So he changed it to Owen Wilson, and that helped a lot. It probably would have been dark and not as much of a comedy, or like a very different kind of comedy. But anyway, check it out. I enjoyed it. Crazy thing. It's insane that they pulled it off, and it's so awesome that they did. So that's it. Let me know what you thought about it by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to todayiwatched.com for more reviews, and go to patreon.com/todayiwatched to support the show even more. There's going to be all kinds of extra stuff for patrons only once things get rolling with that. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you later. Bye.